These right here are the Wandrd Prvke camera backpacks, and they are arguably probably one of the most popular backpacks over the last 4 to 5 years. Now in this video, I'm not doing a full review of the bags, and instead I'm actually going to be comparing the 21 liter versus the 31 liter, and I'm going to be fitting different camera systems into the bag to kind of show you how each camera system and lens combination will fit into the bags, and hopefully by the end of this video it will help you decide which bag or which size is going to be right for you. So full disclosure, no one has asked me to make this video. Wandrd actually reached out about 3 years ago and sent me this 21 liter size, and I've loved it. However, I just found it was just a little bit too small for some situations, so I actually purchased this 31 liter by myself. And now that I have both bags, I just wanted to share with you kind of a camera fit guide to show you which, different camera systems, different lens combos, different bodies, what will fit in this one and what will fit in that one, or what will better fit. So stay tuned for that. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Desy Cheng, and I post 1 to 2 videos per week, and I primarily focus on bags and gear related to travel, EDC everyday carry, and photography. Okay, so let's jump right into comparing the two sizes. We got the 21 liter and the 31 liter. So I mean, just the width wise, this one's about like maybe 11.5 inches, whereas this one is a full 12.5 inches. So yeah, you're gonna get definitely an extra inch, the width wise. And then when you are looking at the vertical height, start from that line right there all the way to the bottom. So think about almost, let's say 17 inches right there. And if you are starting all the way from the top right here, you're looking at about almost 19 inches. So you're looking at about 2 inches higher this way. And now let's look at the side or the quick access pocket. All right, so this is kind of where it kind of gets, there's a big change as well, but in terms of the thickness of the bag, it's approximately maybe 6.25. And then for the 31 liter, it is approximately 7-ish, 7.25. So yeah, you're definitely getting about an inch thicker. Now, in terms of the actual quick access pocket, so there's a big change here, because on the 21 liter, this one is approximately 8.5 inches long or height wise, and this is about 10 inches. So you have about 1.5 inches taller this way. And in terms of the width of it, this one is about 4.5 inches, and then this one is approximately 5 inches. So you do get an extra half inch larger width wise in terms of the quick access. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of compare the dividers and the actual camera cube. So this is the small in the 21 liter, and this is the medium in the 31 liter. And right now I have it in my full frame setup. So this is using my Sony a7R5 with a Sony a7 IV as body as a backup, my 16 to 35 f2.8 version 1, and over here I have a 35mm 1.4, a 50mm 1.4 with the lens hood, and right here this is the new Sony 85mm 1.4 version 2, and this one is the max length. So whatever the length of this lens is, boom, it fits flush within the backpack, which is nice and handy. And also when I close that back panel up, it doesn't protrude. I don't feel it really there. So this is kind of like the combo system, and it's and nothing's too tight. Things are tight, but they're not too tight. Like I can still kind of get it in and out without kind of fighting for it. Now, the next thing I want to test is the quick access. How easy is it? Can I get that camera out there with all of this thing fully packed out? Okay, so let's reach into that quick access, and there is that camera, and there's a little bit of restriction because of that lens hood right there, but it will pop back it in there, no problem. There's no kind of interference between the top and the bottom, which I do like. Right now, it just kind of, because of that lens hood, it makes it a little bit tight just in there, but it fits in there. I like it. That same camera fitting in there into this slot, and that's where it'll fit. The biggest slot for my 85 1.4 is going to be right over here. Right next to it, I will put the 50 mil. And right here, I'll put my 35 mil 1.4. So it does, I mean, it does protrude just a little bit over the top. So I still can close this backpack. However, you can definitely feel it right here. It's protruding just a little bit. So I would not recommend you putting the 85 millimeter 1.4 version 2 or any other lens of that same length standing up. It's probably it'll be best to put it on its side. Yes, I can squeeze it standing vertically, but it's not gonna be the best. So now we're gonna access that same camera with a 16 to 35 from the side. And as you can tell, it's you know, there's between the top and the bottom right now, it does touch and there's a little bit of interference. When I reach in the camera and I can get it, no problem, but it just takes a little bit of extra wiggle room. So if you had a Sony a7 IV, a7R V or anything like that, yes, it will fit in there, no problem. It's just gonna be a little bit tighter. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to test fit is this Sony ZV-E1, which is pretty much the same size as the A7S, or sorry, A7C2 or A7C, A7CR, things like that. I got this kind of small lens, and this is, you know, for some people out there who uses the small setup with smaller Sony lenses, I'll kind of show you how it fits. So it kind of slots in there nicely, no problem. And if I had another divider, which I do somewhere, but it's just not here, I could totally fit another lens. So that's 5 lenses I could fit in total right here. So in here, I also have the 35 mil f1.8. I also have the 20 mil 1.8 G. And then over here, I have the 85 mil 1.8. So these are all kind of their 1.8 smaller prime lenses. And again, there's still room to fit another lens in here. So as for the quick access, it is very small right here, so you will have no problems accessing this ZV-E1 A7C2 size camera in the 21 liter. Now moving that same system over to the 31 liter, there's just more space. You can probably fit like another lens in here. If you had another divider, maybe a small lens, and then maybe not a lens, or actually you can probably fit another lens in here. So definitely just a lot more space, and you can probably fit an extra additional 1 or 2 lenses on top of whatever you can fit in there into here. And this is what it's like accessing that camera from this 31 liter, tons of space. So really, really easy to access that camera. So next up, we're going to be fitting the Fujifilm X-T5. Right now I have the 18 to 55 lens attached to it. And this is what it looks like fitted into the 21 liter backpack. So you got tons of room in here and have 3 additional lenses. First lens right here is the 18 mil 1.4. Then right up here, I have the 33 millimeter 1.4. And the largest one is the 56 millimeter 1.2. And this is what it's like accessing that Fujifilm X-T5 from that side compartment. And yes, it will clear the top and the bottom, no problem. So the Fujifilm X-T5 would be a great fit for this 21 liter. And now jumping over to the 31 liter with the same Fujifilm setup as I had in there, but I have 2 other additional things. I got the Fujifilm X106 right here, which is slotted in there. And I also have a 23 mil f2 prime lens slotted in here, which I have. So those are the 2 bonus items I have in here, which didn't fit in there. And this is what it's like accessing that Fujifilm X-T5. Tons of space. It's very, very easy to get in and out. So that's what it is. So let's wrap this video up. You're wondering which size is going to be right for you. Well, if you are someone who's kind of like me, who sometimes will carry an A7 IV or larger or that kind of size, I feel like the 31 liter is going to be the bag for you. However, if you are someone who's going to be carrying a smaller system and do not plan to carry anything as large as a Sony a7 IV, then the 21 liter is great. If you're just going to carry, 1, maybe 2 lenses, and you're carrying maybe Fujifilm system, this bag is going to be definitely good enough, and you won't need to jump over to the 31 liter. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desy31.